No, I understand, and I understand the point that Sean Payton. To me, I just think he's an overrated coach. That's what I think. And because when you have a Hall of Fame quarterback and you won one Super Bowl in that entire time, and you had 3 seasons in a row of 7 and 9, 3 in a row, not one, not two.
Kind of got screwed by that one horrific.
I agree with you. The Rams game?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rams game was terrible. Right.
Yeah.
And then the other heartbreak in, what was the Minnesota game?
Oh, that's another one. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. So that was 2, right? But
That's 2.
that was 2.
That
So,
would have got them in the Super Bowl.
with results to 1 Super Bowl win.
Yes.
I just think for a team like Denver that already gave up so much to get Russell Wilson, now to give up another first-round pick for a guy who's not going to play because it's a coach, to me seems brutal to do that to the franchise.
Michael Brown says it's a plug-and-play situation.
Some people feel like it's a plug-and-play. Let's say you plug him in. They are still the third best team in the division. At best.
I think we're second.
No way you think you're better than the Chargers roster-wise.
Yes. It doesn't matter. It's coaching. Look at Staley.
If Staley stays.
He sucks, and the roster was still good enough to win 10 games.
Good point, Michael Briz.
No.
And they were hurt.
Well, this is why we have
They're hurt because the coach freaking plays
Now, let me ask you
the
something.
quarterback when he has broken ribs.
So now the Broncos go and they get Payton. They give up the first-round pick. And the Raiders go and get whatever, Aaron Rodgers, just for sake. Now, who is the third best team in the division?
I think Raiders. I think Chargers would finish last.
There's no way.
With Staley.
Yes, with Staley.
With Staley.
That's assuming Raiders got Rodgers.
The Raiders blew 17 to 20 point leads.
Yes.
Which factors in
With
quarterback
a
and coaching.
shitty quarterback.
It's also coaching that you blow those leads. Well, you can't blame it all on Carr.
I can't blame
I
it
will
all,
blame it
but I
on
want
his
to.
terrible decision making in the second half. Yes,
I can't, but I want to.
because like when people say, "Oh, the play calling," dude, if your receiver, you have 3 or 4 receivers that are running routes. You have your first option, second, third, and fourth. If he's only throwing to the first option like a moron, then
like Raider Kardashians honestly believe that
McDaniel sabotaged the season.
No, that they said that he told Carr to throw to this guy no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, how stupid is that?
I saw a stat today on a tweet. It was that McDaniels was the only Raiders coach, the last couple of coaches, when they were up by 2 or more touchdowns, to not have won any of those games. Everyone else had a perfect winning record.
Oh, they broke records.
So you really think that the Denver Broncos have a better roster than the Chargers?
But you're not asking me that. You're asking me record-wise.
They won 10 games with a terrible coach.
The best roster doesn't equate to wins every time.
Okay, but they
Coaching's
won
a big deal.
Oh, right. And they won 10 games with a terrible coach and an injured roster.
Yes, they did. They did perfectly fine for what happened to them this year.
With a bad coach.
Yes, with the bad coach.
So now those players coming back next year with a bad coach, they should win more than 10 games.
But you have Sean Payton running the team. This is a completely
They went 1-1 against Denver.
With Hackett as the coach.
They won the last game. So the one extra game against the Chargers is going to get them.
But you're not factoring in. If we had scored over 18 points this year, we would have been.
That was early in the season.
I understand.
The defense didn't look as good.
That would have been 8 wins, and then we finished with a couple more. We're 10. We have the Chargers wild card spot.
Yeah, you guys had. You guys would have over 10 wins.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh yeah, no, that's for sure. But the defense played a lot better the first 14 weeks compared to the last 4.
Because we don't give a shit. We got nothing to play for. What's there to play for? Hackett's
leaving. They traded Bradley Chubb, which I wouldn't have done.
Which helps with the picks we're going to have to give up to the
Was
Saints.
that a second rounder?
A second and a third, I believe.
Yes, it was.
So we don't have first. Great. But this year's the last first we have to give up for Russell.
Right.
And then if we have to give up a first next year, we got the coach we need. We got Russell locked in at a, not great contract, but that's the market. We have a top 5 defense. We have weapons, like I said, all over the field.
I would love it to play out.
The second best receiver was injured. I mean, they had a lot of injuries.
And they have to re-sign Judy.
Yeah, we do.
So if they don't re-sign him, because you're going to pay this coach a shit ton of money.
Let me tell you.
Don't count against salary cap.
Yeah, but still, you're spending money. Well, the Waltons have trillions of dollars.
20 million just fell out of Walton's pocket. He didn't give it to
He didn't have time to
Do they
pick it up.
re-sign him, or
and
does
no
he
one,
move on?
no one remembers, but the sleeper.
They're not the Raiders, you're right.
The sleeper running back of fantasy was what's his name?
We've lost everyone.
Oh yeah.
Who got hurt? Who was
Javonte Williams.
Devontae Williams from?
He got
where?
hurt.
Nice.
UNC.
Yes, great day to be a Tar Heel.
Sean said that Chubb is injury prone. That he's played more games in the NFL than him.
Ooh, is that Shawnee Katane?
Sean's a hater.
Sean Brown.
Shawnee Brown. I wonder who that could be.
Sean's a hater.
Born and raised in Castaic,
Sean's a hater, by the way.
He also said McDaniels is a bum.
Oh,
That could be. Okay, all right, fine. Sean.
so that
Fine.
means that Sean thinks. So I told Sean this. Then you should get Derek Carr if he thinks McDaniel is such a
Well, they
bum.
have Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Joe, who do you think? I'd rather have.
No.
I'd rather have Russell Wilson.
Put
than
it
Derek
this
Carr.
way: even after this season, Russell Wilson is still top 10 quarterback.
That's why I said I'd rather have Russell Wilson than freaking Derek Carr.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If he thinks McDaniel's such a bum, go try to win a game with freaking David or Derek Carr.
David too.
David too.
I just don't think Sean Payton is not as much of a winner as people think he is.
Well, let me see what
I'm
you
going to
got.
give you three I'm going to give you three
Okay,
coaches.
here we go.
I'm going to give you three coaches. I'm going to give you all won a Super Bowl. They all won one.
Okay.
Okay, two of these guys won a Super Bowl with a Hall of Fame quarterback. One didn't.
Don't say Barry Switzer.
I'm not going to say Barry Switzer.
Okay.
Close, though. I'm just kidding. All right, so I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you the records.
Okay.
10-8, 11-8, 9-8.
And this is records in what?
Playoff records.
Playoff records.
Okay. 11-8, 10-8, 9-8.
Okay.
Okay. One of those guys had 4 losing seasons. The other one has 2. And the other one also has, the two of them have 4 and one has 2. Okay. So I'm going to give you the 3 coaches.
Okay.
Those are terrible playoff records, by the way.
Tom
It's
Coughlin.
like 500.
Tom Coughlin.
It's right above 500.
Yeah, it's-
Okay. And so John Harbaugh,
Johnny.
is he a better coach than Sean Payton?
In the playoffs?
Overall, with his team, what he's done, Sean Payton
Okay.
Okay.
and Mike McCarthy.
Oh.
And Mike McCarthy, by the way, which is shit.
Yucky poo poo caca.
Okay, Mike McCarthy had a quarterback, a Hall of Fame quarterback, and he won 1 Super Bowl. Drew Brees and New Orleans won Super Bowl, and Joe Flacco is not a Hall of Famer,
No.
and he won the Super Bowl. So,
Okay.
what are those? 11-8, 10-8, 9-8. Which one of those is Sean Payton?
I'm going to go with 10 and 8.
He is not, sir. He is 9-8.
Oh.
10-8 was McCarthy up until last season.
In the face. In the
McCarthy was 10-8 last year. I don't count him for Dallas. We're doing his Green Bay year. He was 10-8. He's now 10-9. He lost with Dallas last year. Harbaugh's 11-8. He's never had a quarterback half as good as either of those two guys, and he's 11-8.
Yeah, but that franchise is run
Amazing,
best
top to bottom.
top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
What was their GM there for? Oh,
Newsom.
Ozzie
Newsom.
Newsom.
Ozzie
Guys,
Newsom.
guys
It was amazing.
Incredible.
Just
He was amazing.
killed every draft pick
Every.
possible.
So to me, to sell out, not to sell out, you're gonna bring this guy in to run everything for you. He had 3 years in a row of 7-9.
So I have an analogy here. So you remember when the Dodgers were bought by the Guggenheims?
The best day of my life.
Exactly, the best day of all of our lives. But when they bought the place, you got to make a splash,
Right?
just to show the fans, hey, we're here and we're willing to do what it takes to give you guys a championship. This would be that splash. The roster's set. Sean Payton is a splash to say, we're here. Here's $20 million, $8 to $9 million more than any other coach is getting in the NFL.
I think he's going to get $15 million a year.
Okay, the only difference with that is that I don't think that the Denver Broncos are comparable to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers needed to make a splash. Denver's won a Super Bowl in the last 10 years or 12. Dodgers hadn't won shit in forever. So I mean, I
1988.
understand they need to make a splash.
Or they won a World Series in 2020.
Yes.
Yeah. The COVID one.
Just look on your hat.
It's just
Look
a
on
World
your hat.
Series.
Oh,
COVID
yeah,
one.
I have all of them right here.
I was there for Game 6. I know it was a COVID one.
Yeah.
In Dallas,
That's
it was
right.
COVID. But yeah, they won that. I understand what you're saying. Make a splash, come in. You feel the team is ready. I don't feel they're that good.